And out here in the valley, they have all kinds of different studios out here. The first tour? Hey, look at, they have the sneakers. You see it?
Yeah.
Those are the tennies I was telling the guy in the back.
Yeah.
They cost so much. There's some nice ones in there though too.
They don't know.
It looks like LA Gear. Remember those shoes? LA
Oh
Gear?
yeah.
They still sell them?
I don't think.
Not as much. You probably can find them on eBay or something. Oh, this guy, David, you better get out of the way. You never used to do that.
Competition. Get out of the way.
Because they see me do this all the time. Nobody would do it. And then I started doing it. Now some of them are starting to do it. Because you get a good view from right here. Look, if you look to the right, you see that castle over there? That's Hogwarts. That's the Harry Potter ride. That's Universal Studios. And all those 10 buildings that are behind the castle that look like barracks, that's Warner Brothers Studios. That's a WB.
We went there yesterday.
Warner Brothers?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah. It was a really.
Did you guys go into the Friends show?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, we got a picture on the couch.
Oh, did you? Yeah, they let everybody do that.
Yeah. It was. He's a movie freak.
Who? Your husband?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got the hat.
Yeah.
Look, you can see it.
I know.
The WB right there in the building.
Yep.
Yeah. And then there's the water tank way out there. Okay, you see that great tall mirrored building? That's the Hilton Hotel. But if you look to the left of the hotel, you can see the Minion on top of the light blue building.
Okay.
And then on the right side of the hotel, that little town building is the new ride Jurassic World. So that's all Universal Studios right there. You guys all see the castle, right? Yeah. If you guys like roller coasters, you know a good one I suggest? Not Universal Studios. Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Oh yeah.
Those got some, and the tickets are cheap, like $45.
Reasonable.
Yeah, they were before. I don't know about now. They should be. I think they still are. Not too many people go up there like before. Everybody wants to go to Disneyland because all the kids want to go there. But I've always liked Magic Mountain. I've always liked it. Okay, right here to our left, you see the house up there in the top that looks like a UFO or spaceship? You guys recognize that house from a movie?
Flintstones? Or,
No.
I mean, not Flintstones.
Where she threw him out the window? Where the window crashed?
The Jetsons.
I don't know.
I think you kind of got it.
I can't think of it.
Are you thinking of Charlie's Angels?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was it?
that's it.
Oh, wow. I was just taking a guess.
So Drew Barrymore when she was hanging? Yeah.
That's the house?
Yep, that's it up there.
See that?
Imagine a film crew.
Okay, now this highway right here, Mulholland Drive, take you all the way out to Malibu if you guys want to take a good little ride out there. Might take a little longer, but you'll come across a lot of nice views from up here. And back in the day, this highway was a really popular highway. They did a lot of filming here. It had a reputation from way back. It still does, but not like before, because this highway was really popular. That's why when they filmed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, they came up here, did a scene for that movie, because they wanted to hit some of the landmarks in that movie, and a lot of stories happened. Okay, so now these next houses I'm going to show you guys is where Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers used to live, and then right around the corner from there was Bruno Mars' first house that he bought out here in Hollywood Hills. There's a house up here for sale, you guys, if you guys want to move up here. They've been trying to sell it for a couple of years. It's fairly new. I think they only done Airbnb there, and they filmed there a few times. So this house right here to our right is going for $12 million.
Oh, you know. You
Right
see
here.
the house. It's like, oh my God.
There's the $12 million roof right there.
You've got to be kidding me. I would be so afraid to live on a mountain like that. I'm not just going to slide, like, I don't know. Yeah. I want to live on flat ground.
Okay, so next we're coming up over here. This next house I'm going to show you guys is where Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers used to live. He's Australian. He's also an actor. He plays the bass for the Red Hot Chili Peppers. From here, he had moved to Venice, and now he's living in Tujunga out here in San Fernando Valley. So that house is going to be to our left. It's a white house. So this is the first time you guys ever done a tour? Hey, I have a cousin that loves the tours. She's already came with me like 3 times. She brings different cousins of hers. and they love it. And then my nephew, he goes, I want to come back. I get a lot of people from out, and they go, this is pretty fun. Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's his birthday. That's what we're.
Right here to our left is where Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers used to live.
Happy birthday. Is it today?
Happy birthday.
It was Thursday.
Okay. He says
Okay.
The 26th.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that used to be Flea's house right there, the white one.
That's funny. She's the same birthday as you.
Oh,
You know what? Yeah, I get a lot of people from LA that are starting to do tours, and they're like, man, we never done this. And some of them get embarrassed because they say they're from LA. I go, why are you getting embarrassed? I go, are you embarrassed to go to Universal Studios? They go, no. I go, okay, then same thing. This is just different.
Yeah.
And they go, you got a point there. I go, hey, it says, oh, it's like a ride.
Yeah, there is something different.
Okay, now this house right here with the 3-car garage that are painted blue was Bruno Mars' first house that he bought out here in Hollywood Hills. He paid $3.5 million for that house.
So where is he now?
Oh, he lives, I think, in Hidden Hills. See, the owners have been added to the gates. He made them taller so nobody can look in. Now, this next house I'm going to show you guys, it was up for sale. I think they sold it already. If you guys are familiar with Bollywood, this guy, he's like the Brad Pitt, the Michael Jackson out there. He's really big out there, really popular. And he started with nothing. He became an actor, producer, director, and he bought this house a few months before the pandemic. And I'm talking about Shah Rukh Khan. This guy, where this guy's at right here,
Is that their own fire department?
that was his house right there, where it says Janet. That was Shah Rukh Khan's house.
Or the him? No.
But that just seems like the theme, entertainment. If you got entertainment money.
You see that where it says Janet?
Yeah.
That means heaven in Hindi.
Oh, okay. Good job, sir.
no, he just maybe not speak English.
He's probably one of the workers.
Like, where's my key?
¿No puedes entrar? Oh, ¿ya vendió la casa? No. ¿Cuánto va? No, pero ¿cuánto por casa? Millones, huh? He said that lock doesn't work. But I was asking him how much it was going. He said he doesn't know, but I go millions. He goes, yeah.
For sale?
Huh?
Was it for sale?
He said it is still for sale. Okay, now we're coming up to Laurel Canyon Boulevard. And Laurel Canyon Boulevard, back in the day, this street right here was a well-known hangout. They used to cruise up and down the street. Down to the left, down this Laurel Canyon Boulevard, there's a little community down there where a lot of rock musicians used to live, like Jim Morrison from the Doors, Jimi Hendrix, Carole King. She also lived down there. And they would all write music. That's a little community. It was all in the hippie era. The Mamas and the Papas and the Birds were like the first ones to move down there. So if you guys want to learn a little bit more about Laurel Canyon Boulevard, there's a documentary on Netflix called Echoes in the Canyon. And they talk about all of it back in the day. I'm already watching it twice. I'm on my second time watching it. It's really cool.
You can add content to your tour, huh?
Yeah, some of it I got from it too.
Okay.
And the Houdini Mansion's down there too. Okay, now right here, this part right here is where they did the movie shoot for the Fast and the Furious, Tokyo Drift. Also too for the Grand Theft Auto game, San Andreas. And then right here to our left, that little street right there goes down to a dog park. That's where some of the dog walkers go and take some of the dogs down there to get their exercise. The dog walkers, some of them get paid pretty good.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
There's this one on Hollywood. Look, you can see the dog park right there.
Okay.
There's this one on Hollywood Boulevard. I asked him one day how much he got paid. He said he got $25 every 45 minutes for each dog. And he had 5 dogs with him that morning.
Because I live by the dog beach and the dog walkers come there in the morning. They get paid.
They get paid pretty good.
Yeah.
There's this one in Beverly Hills that walks like 10 dogs out. Every time I see him, he has like, yeah.
There's a lady by my house. She walks about that much.
Yeah. Look right there.
Okay.
It doesn't look very appealing. It looks dry.
It's all dirt. Okay, we're coming up to another hiking trail over here to our right. And this is called the Fireman Canyon. Before the pandemic, it was really not too many people used to come out here. But then during the pandemic, when everything started opening up, right here down to our right is the hiking trail, Fireman Canyon. It got really popular. And when everything was opening up, all these there would be cars all lined up right here. Right now, there's not as much people, but because a lot of places opened up now, so they're going to different places. But it's still getting a lot of people right here. A lot of people, they like this one better than Runyon Canyon.
Now, it looks like we're getting more into neighborhoods.
Yeah. Okay, so next we're coming up to the Summit. The Summit is a gated community. It's private. Not just anybody can go in there. There's where a few celebrities live and a few that used to live in there. Charlie Sheen, he was selling his house before the pandemic. I don't know if he sold it yet. The boxer manufacturer has a house there. Jennifer Lopez used to live there a few years back. Gwen Stefani used to own the same house that Jennifer Lopez used to own. And then Britney Spears, you guys remember when she had her breakdown? When she was living in the Summit back then. So right here in front of us, straight ahead, those houses right there, that is the Summit. Right there. Then as we make this turn over here, I'm going to show you where Jennifer Lopez lived and Gwen Stefani. I think Whitney Houston lived in the Summit too.
Do you know which one's back in the Summit?
Yeah. Okay, right here to our right. You see that first house on our right? That with the brown wall? That was Jennifer Lopez's house and Gwen Stefani's house. That's the one that Gwen sold before the pandemic. And then the third house, the two-story house with the orange tile roof, that was Britney Spears' house. That's Manny Pacquiao's house now. He bought that house. And he goes to the Wild Card Boxing, the boxing gym right there on Vine near Santa Monica Boulevard. He goes there a lot when he's out here. He goes and promotes some of the boxers there, trains with some of them, gives them that motivation to succeed with their boxing. Yeah. So I'm gonna let this car pass us up right now.
So the first house was Jennifer Lopez.
And Gwen Stefani. Okay, now we're here on our right. You see that house up, that green water tank up there at the top? That house belonged to that house belonged to John Stamos. Uncle Jess, the one out, the house in front of that water tank, he sold it last year during the pandemic. Well, see, John Stamos, he's a big fan of Disney. He bought all 10 letters that said Disneyland from Walt Disney for $30,000. Those were the original letters at the entrance of Disneyland, and he had put the letter D right there on top of the roof, in front of the water tank. He put it up there. Well, when we opened back up and I did my first tour, I noticed it wasn't up there, so I went back and looked it up, and sure enough, he sold it for $5.8 million, I believe. Yeah, he that was his house up there in the top, and he also got married up there to a few years ago to his wife that he has now. They had their wedding up there. That guy has so much memorabilia. He loves to collect. Okay, so now we're coming up over here to the another private community. We're coming up. I'm going to show you guys where Tyler Perry lives, and he's the one that plays Madea. His house is in a private community. There's only like about 9 or 10 houses down there, and